You think you know the Florida retirement dream. I'm talking about the Space Coast. You're picturing it right now, aren't you? Waking up, sun on your face, grabbing a coffee, and deciding if you're hitting the beach or watching the rocket launch from your backyard. You did the math. A sick house for way less than Naples. I mean, you're close to Orlando, and the ultimate cheat code, no state income tax. You feel like a certified genius. You just hacked retirement. That's exactly what my clients John and Sally thought. They bought that exact same dream. But 1 year later, reality hit them like a truck. Their homeowners insurance literally doubled. They spent countless hours staring at the storm tracker, wondering if this hurricane will wipe them out. And going to the grocery store, it's a strategic mission to survive traffic that'll completely crush your soul. So today, we're pulling back the curtain and revealing the truth no one is telling you about retiring in Brevard County. Now, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm here to prepare you for insane costs and challenges that the brochures don't dare to mention. The first thing that will hit you in Brevard County isn't a hurricane. It's the bill from your insurance company. This is the #1 budget destroyer that blindsides everyone. Buying a home here without an insurance quote first is like planning the world's biggest feast and forgetting to buy any food. Crazy, right? Your entire plan is just simply gonna collapse. Let's talk numbers, because this is absolutely insane. The average homeowner's insurance in Melbourne is anywhere from $5,300 to over $7,400 a year. But for some houses near the water or with an older roof, it can skyrocket to $10,000, even $15,000 a year. That's not a typo. The national average is over $2,000. We are talking multiples of that. So why is it so ridiculously expensive? First things first, we have the hurricanes. But second, and this is a secret no one explains, Florida's insurance market is in a full-blown crisis right now. So many companies went broke or just fled the state because of lawsuits. Now, there are only a few companies left. And unfortunately, they can charge whatever they want. It's like trying to buy a sold-out concert ticket from the last scalper on earth. Get ready to pay. And it gets worse. Your normal policy doesn't cover flooding. That's a separate policy. If your house is in a flood zone, you have to buy it. That's another $1,000, maybe thousands of dollars gone. Then there's the wind mitigation report. This is literally a report card for how well your house can survive a hurricane. Does it have a new roof? Impact windows? If your house gets a bad grade, you either pay a ridiculous price for insurance or get forced into the state's last resort option, Citizens. It's the most expensive school you never want to attend. The only way to win this game is to go in with your eyes wide open. You have to treat insurance like a second mortgage. Before you even look at a house, get insurance quotes. The seller's old bill is useless to you. Your rate will be astronomically higher. You need to budget an extra $500 to $800 a month, maybe even more sometimes, just for insurance. This is why anyone serious about buying or investing here needs a team that can see these traps from a mile away. And if you want that kind of expert guidance, you know what to do. Click the link in the description below to book a call with me. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. Move to Florida the right way. Forget the money for a second, and let's talk about the mental challenge. Hurricane season is half the year, from June 1st to November 30th. For 6 months, you're basically a full-time storm tracker. It's like you're trapped in a high-stakes survival challenge where a pop quiz could literally blow your house away. The second a storm starts brewing in the Atlantic, this wave of anxiety just washes over the entire county. The week before it hits its frenzy, you're debating when to put up the shutters, which is an insane amount of work for old retirees. You're battling crowds at the grocery store for that last bottle of water. You're filling up your car with gas, just hoping you don't need to evacuate. If you have a generator, you're praying that it works. If you don't, you're facing days, maybe weeks with no power in the suffocating Florida heat. For anyone with a medical condition, this isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. And then there's the storm itself. I want you to imagine the sound of 100-mile-an-hour winds. It is genuinely terrifying. And after it's over, the challenge is just beginning. Cleaning up, checking the damage, and begging for the power to come back on. Phew. Okay, here's some good news. A massive catastrophic storm hasn't directly hit Brevard County in a while, and our building codes are strong, but the threat is always there. You survive this by having a plan. Facing a hurricane without a plan, it's like trying to build a 10,000-piece Lego set in the dark with no instructions. Your plan is your instruction manual and your toolkit. It turns a massive crisis into a manageable challenge. Do you have impact windows? A generator? An evacuation plan? Answering these questions is the price you pay for living in paradise. Now you move here picturing a chill, laid-back coastal town. The reality? You'll be sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, questioning every decision you've ever made. Brevard's roads are like ancient plumbing in a house that just added 5 bedrooms. The system was never built for these many people, and it backs up everywhere. The traffic attacks you from all sides. I-95 is the main artery, and during rush hour, it turns into a parking lot. Get this, Brevard County averages over 22 car crashes every single day. That's how insane the volume is. Then you have the causeways, the bridges connecting to the beaches. On a weekend morning, trying to cross one is pure pain sometimes. And if there's a rocket launch, the traffic becomes legendary. And on top of that, you have snowbirds, tourists, and the world's busiest cruise port, which is Port Canaveral, dumping tens of thousands of extra people on our roads every single week. Living here can mean your life revolves around traffic at times. A 10-mile trip could take 20 minutes, or it could take 45 minutes. You have to plan your entire day around it at times. Go to the store between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., or suffer the consequences. And those secret back roads you think you found, the GPS just sent 1,000 other people down that secret road with you. You have to choose where to live based on how much traffic you can handle. You want the beach? You'll live on the causeways. Love Viera? You get convenience and congestion. Going to Palm Bay to save money? Get ready for a traffic nightmare. The dream of a traffic-free retirement is a complete myth. If this reality check is blowing your mind and you want to avoid making a massive financial mistake, do me a favor and destroy that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. My mission on this channel is to give you the 100% unfiltered truth about living on the Space Coast. And if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest here in the Brevard County area, feel free to click the link in the description below to book a call with yours truly. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. Move to Florida the right way. For any retiree, healthcare is everything. And yeah, Brevard County has major hospitals like Health First and Stewart. The problem isn't quality, it's access. The secret no one tells you is that your ability to get to the hospital is 100% dependent on where you buy your house in this 72-mile-long county. Let me give you the craziest example. If you live in Central Brevard, Melbourne, Viera, you're in the medical center of the universe. You're probably 10 minutes from a major hospital. That's amazing, right? But if you buy a house in Southern Palm Bay, you could be a 30 to 40-minute drive from the nearest hospital. The same goes for northern parts of the county. In a real emergency, a heart attack, a stroke, every single one of those minutes could be the difference between life and death, literally. People don't think about this when they find that dream house that's miles away from everything. And it's not just emergencies. Trying to find a new doctor here is like playing musical chairs with 1,000 people and only 10 chairs. You will literally call a dozen offices just to find one that might see you in a few months. The only way to solve this is to make healthcare the #1 factor in your home search. Before you even look at houses, Google map the hospitals. If you have a specific health issue, call specialists in the area and see if they're even taking new patients. Don't just assume it'll all work out. A slightly smaller house in Suntree could mean being 10 minutes from your cardiologist instead of 40. That's a trade that buys you something priceless, peace of mind. It's a level of detail we get into with every single client, whether they're buying their forever home or selling an investment property. If you want to plan your move with that kind of focus, the link to our calendar is waiting for you in the description below. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. Move to Florida the right way. No state income tax. That's the bait. That's the siren song that brings millions of people to Florida. And it's a real benefit nonetheless. But guess what? It's only one piece of the puzzle, because Florida gets its money back in 1,000 other ways. We already talked about the insane cost of homeowners insurance, which can completely erase any income tax savings. But let's look at the other hidden costs. First, property taxes. When you buy a house, the value resets to whatever you paid. The seller's old tax bill is completely meaningless. It's like looking at the price of Bitcoin 10 years ago. It doesn't matter what it was. It matters what you have to pay now. Your tax bill will be thousands of dollars higher. Millage rates here mean you're paying $12 to $19 for every $1,000 of taxable value. It adds up fast. Second, let's talk about the fees. All of those new communities in Viera, you will be paying HOA fees and CDD fees. What's a CDD fee, you ask? It's basically a secret mortgage on the entire neighborhood. The developer took out a giant loan to build the roads and pools, and you get to pay it back for the next 20 to 30 years. That's another $1,500 to $3,500 a year hidden in your tax bill. Finally, you have the everyday costs. Your electricity bill will be huge. You're running your AC for 10 months a year, minimum. Water, sewer, trash, it all adds up to hundreds of dollars a month. You need to build a true cost of Florida budget. Don't just look at mortgage payments. You need to budget for insane insurance, the new property tax bill, HOA and CDD fees if that's necessary, and massive utility costs. Only then will you see the truth. The no state income tax thing is a mirage if you don't see the desert of other costs right behind it. After hearing all of that, you're probably thinking retiring in Brevard is an awful idea. But the answer is yes. It can be the best decision of your life if you choose the right town for your mission. Brevard is a collection of completely different worlds, and each one has its own challenge level. Here's your ultimate guide. A town that's built on easy mode, meaning you get a lot of conveniences, is Vieira and Suntree. If you want new houses, tons of shopping, and the best medical facilities, you start here. This is the master plan, everything at your fingertips lifestyle. The catch is pay to win. You'll pay more for the house, and you'll get here with the HOA and CDD fees. Now, if we're talking normal mode, or if you want an area with a little bit of a balanced attack, just think Melbourne and Rockledge. This is the heart of the county. You get a little bit of everything. Great access to the hospital, the airport, and a cool downtown in Melbourne. Now, the homes are older, so you have to be a detective about the roof's age to avoid insane insurance costs. This is for that person who wants balance. Now, hard mode, for the budget-conscious player. Think Palm Bay and West Melbourne. If your number one goal is getting the biggest house for the least amount of money, this is your zone. Palm Bay is huge, and you can find incredible deals everywhere. The challenge? You're kind of far from the beach and the main medical centers. And I forgot to mention, the traffic will test your sanity. This is for people who will trade drive time for affordability and space. Now, for expert mode, this is for the ultimate coastal experience. You gotta think about the beach towns. If your dream is to live on the ocean, you go in the Atlantic, Melbourne Beach, or Cocoa Beach. This is like buying front row seats to the most beautiful and dangerous show on earth. You get the best experience, but you pay the highest price for the ticket, and you accept the risk of being on the front lines of every storm. Homes here are very expensive, and the insurance is even more expensive. This is for the person who says the beach is everything to them, and they also have a budget to prove it. So, what's the insane reality of retiring to Brevard County? It's the dream of beaches and no state income tax with a massive price tag and a series of insane challenges. The insurance bills are shocking. The hurricane anxiety is real. The traffic could be a nightmare, and you absolutely have to plan for the hidden costs. But listen, I did not make this video to destroy your dream. I made it to ground it in reality. Brevard County is an absolutely incredible place to retire. The lifestyle, the water, the outdoors, and watching rockets launch into space is unlike anywhere else on earth. But this isn't an easy button retirement. This is for the person who does their homework and comes prepared for a challenge. You have to go in with a realistic budget and a crystal clear understanding of what you're getting yourself into. The best way to win this game is to have an expert on your side who understands every neighborhood, every insurance trap, and the true cost of living here. My team and I help people just like you make that smart move to the Space Coast literally every single day. We don't just sell you a house, we help you survive and win the game. If you're serious about moving to Brevard County and want to become prepared for the reality, not just the dream, I'm giving you a free consultation with us. Click the link in the description below to book that call. There is no obligation. We will be honored to help you build a winning plan for your retirement on the Space Coast. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. Move to Florida the right way. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.